In this week's materials, we're going to discuss using audio and video within your web pages. We're going to introduce the video tag, and we're going to get started here by making sure that you've read all the material at the beginning of the chapter, specifically page 264 and 265. Make sure before you go on that you at least peripherally understand the idea of a codec and a container. We're going to go ahead and move on to a little bit of code here and see what we can do to take this Lakeland Reads web page and put a little video on it. On page 265, we're told to open up and change the name of one of the files in your data folder, and specifically we're going to change it to events.html. As you usually do, make sure that you add a paragraph tag down toward the bottom just before the body close with your name and the designation of the actual assignment you're working on, HTML5 Unit K. So you're asked to go up to the area just after the June and July paragraph and add a video opening and close tag, and I'm going to do that right now. Then we need to add some specific attributes after the video open and close tag. And there's a couple things we need to do. I'm going to go ahead and type those in right here. You'll notice that the first name value attribute we talk about is the source. And that's very similar to the way the image is sourced in an IMG tag. We're basically telling the page where to look for that specific file. And in this case, it's the M4V file named Butterfly. Then we're going to add some width information, some height information, and under type we're going to talk about the container type and the codecs. And the container type is an MP4, which was discussed and defined earlier in the chapter, and then the codecs are the method of actual delivery for the audio and the video. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to save this document, then we'll go back to the page that we're working on and we'll reload this page. See, the video is in place right now toward the right of the text, and what it's showing by default is the first frame of the video. See the flowers with the butterfly. Now if you want to know how you start this video, since we haven't added any controls yet, one thing you can do is right mouse click, and if your browser is compatible you should see something that shows a play button. If your browser is not compatible, then you probably should check it out in another browser. And we'll talk about how you can build fallbacks, so if a browser is not compatible, there'll still be some functionality. I'm going to go ahead and play it right now, and you should see some movement in the video, and you may actually hear some of the actual sound. Once you've completed this component of the coding and have actually got the video to play on this page, you're done with this exercise and you can move on to the next.